The meat industry is now changing the way it labels meats to make things a little more consumer friendly. NBC's Carrie Sanders is in Sunrise, Florida to explain. Hey, Carrie.
Hey, I'm in Doris Italian Market right here in the Meat Locker. And, well, you know, Hoda can kiss your rump roast and your pork butt goodbye because the meat industry is getting ready to change all of the names of the cuts of meat, which may leave some customers wondering where's the beef and where's the pork.
It all started when the beef and pork producers looked at the names for their products and decided they're just too confusing. So a group with its own confusing name, URMIS, that's the Uniform Retail Meat Identification Standards, is now implementing an industry plan to rename the cuts of the meats you grew up with.
Consumers were confused, and the confusion was stopping them from buying more meat.
After extensive research and just in time for the barbecue grilling season, the industry is putting more than 350 names for common cuts of meat on the chopping block. The various cuts known as pork chops will become porterhouse chops, ribeye chops, and New York chops.
Consumers think a chop is a chop, and for us there's a really different eating experience from one end of the loin to the other.
The pork butt, confusingly referring to shoulder meat, will be renamed a Boston roast. Beef chuck eye edge pot roast will become Denver roast, and beef shoulder top blade steak will become flat iron steak.
I honestly do think it'll make people more comfortable, the consumer more comfortable in what they're buying.
It worked for fish, the slimehead renamed orange roughy, and the Patagonian toothfish renamed Chilean sea bass. Hand in hand or hoof and hoof with the new meat names will be new labels that industry officials believe will be easier for shoppers to understand.
I don't think that a lot of people understand. They just look at the package and know that that's a pork chop.
For grocery stores and butchers, these name changes will all be voluntary. As you notice, they're trying to use city names in there. So if you're wondering about lamb and veal, those changes are coming too. And since we're close to Fort Lauderdale, what do you think about the Lauderdale lamb chop? Mind you, I don't think I've ever seen a sheep grazing anywhere in this state. Hoda.
Carrie, I don't know about you, but I'm more confused now than I was before your piece about what part of the pig we're supposed to have. Hello.
Remember, it came from a group called URMIS.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Carrie. All right, still